What better way to start a review channel than by reviewing an amazing short film starring that French dude from The Matrix Reloaded? Hey, I'm Jesse, and this is Video Tempest. Video Tempest plows through the storm of YouTube content, bringing you reviews, critique, and analysis, and today we're looking at a futuristic drama that shows us damn near perfectly how to set up the premise of a short film. The Nostalgist stars Lambert Wilson, whom you may know as the Merovingian from The Matrix, alongside child actor Samuel Joslin, directed by Giacomo Chimini. It took Best Short in the Generator 18+ Fiction section at the 2014 Gifoni Film Festival, Audience Award at Utopialis 2014, Audience Award at Trieste Science Plus Fiction, Best Short over 15 minutes at Raw Science Film Festival, and Best Sci-Fi Short at Leeds International Film Festival. Not too shabby for a film funded by a Kickstarter. The opening of this film is pure art, and sets the premise for the rest of the piece perfectly. We open with some string music along with the sound of birds over the production pages, followed by a tight macro shot of a chess piece, leading into this shot. This is a perfect opening shot. These visuals may as well be a painting. The production design is impeccable, the costumes are on point, and we hear a ticking clock, drawing significance to how much thought our main character is putting into his next move. He moves his queen, and after he does, we get this beautiful wide shot with a dolly move that really initiates the movement in this scene. It speeds things up, both the action and the camera movement. Every shot after this shot is dollying into our characters or moving in some way, except for when we pause for this moment.
Papa?
Yes?
There's something I still cannot fully understand.
What is that?
Why do the pieces sacrifice themselves for each other?
Then we get this amazing Fincher-esque camera move that is motivated by and perfectly in sync with our lead.
It's a tactic within a larger strategy. Checkmate. Ultimately protecting what is most precious to them.
This camera move speaks to us. It shouts, "Hey dum-dums, this is an important moment, so pay attention." But it does it subtly. The camera moves perfectly in time with the actor. So perfectly that we don't even realize the move is happening. But it obviously didn't happen by accident. This was planned. The actor moves to the edge of his seat, and they set the dolly track to move forward, as opposed to the parallel track it had earlier in the scene. This movement was rehearsed, and for good reason. These lines are one of the most important things in this film, and perfectly explain the actions of the boy at the end of the short. Immediately after this important moment, we learn a new bit of information. It seems the Merovingian never left the Matrix. He has a problem with his glasses, and we catch a glimpse of another world through this point-of-view shot, intercut with effects to an excellent match shot. The filmmakers really did a wonderful job of visually showcasing the differences between these two worlds. The virtual world the man lives in is very soft, a bit desaturated with punched-out highlights, creating a sort of subtle dream look. This is contrasted starkly with the dark, contrasty look of the real world, populated by reds and blues, with a ton of practical lighting. Our brush with the real world presents our inciting incident. The Merovingian needs some new glasses so he can continue living in his augmented reality, so he gets up and immediately runs downstairs, and we get this wonderful cut-in as he passes the camera to the boy's expression. It's interesting to me that the director decided to hold on this shot of the boy's reaction as the father says,
I've told you it's not safe.
I'm not sure if this was an artistic choice or served to expedite the opening of the door, but anyway, we get this excellent moment of the father worriedly looking at his boy, and we know that there's something deeper going on here. I also love that we hold on this shot of the door as the main title comes up with the music. This intro was only 2 minutes and 20 seconds long, just over 12% of the film's runtime, but it covered pretty much the entirety of the first act. We established our characters, their relationship, a premise that will be explored later in the movie, the inciting incident, and a wonderful moment that shows that there's more going on than we think we know. Any filmmaker who's looking to improve their craft should study the beginning of this movie when thinking about how to set up the premise of their own film. The artful use of auditory cues to establish a scene before we even see it, macro shots to show details of a scene before we see the characters, the importance of camera movement or lack thereof, as well as excellent acting, writing, and pacing, all contribute to the beginning of The Nostalgist being one of the best I've seen in a short film. The rest of the movie, by the way, is similarly well done, imaginative character design, thoughtful production design, and excellent lighting and camera work throughout. And as much as the intro made me jump out of my seat in joy, the ending had a similar effect. I was really just blown away by the whole short. I've really tried to keep this review as spoiler-free as I can, so if you've got the time, head on over to Wired and give this film a watch. So how have you opened your short films? Have you seen any other films that have had amazing openings? Or terrible openings? Let me know in the comments below and let's get a discussion going. And hey, if you enjoyed this review, click on the subscribe button and tap that bell icon to be notified when new videos come out. I'm aiming to release 2 videos per week, every week. But if you're tuning in this first week, you can expect a lot more to come. And if you'd like to help support more content like this, please consider becoming a patron. My Patreon link is in the description of this video, and every little bit helps. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.